Hey, what's up, everybody? And welcome to the On the Ryze podcast, where we catch up with young up-and-coming hoopers and break down their game film. I'm your host, former pro Dustin Ware, and today's guest is a crafty playmaker who has improved steadily year by year due to his hard work, unique upbringing, and a family of basketball DNA. Without further ado, please enjoy my sit-down with Eric Chatfield Jr.
I gotta say, if my life was on the line, you are the last person I'm gonna text, bro. You are like the worst. You are the worst responder. Like, you were the worst texter I've ever seen. It take you 5 days to respond.
I get that. I get that from Eric. I get that from my pops. I get that.
Like, what?
I even get that from college coaches.
What you doing? You be doing college coaches like this?
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Just a little. Just a little. Like, it'd be on accident. Like, I'll see the text and I'll be like, I'll literally had the response ready, and I'll put my phone down and I'll send it. And I'll be like, I forgot to send it.
I'm not even gonna lie. I didn't even know you was gonna show up today. Like, I was like, I don't know
no
if he got the
text.
text. Like,
I can't. That's disrespectful. I can't do it. No show.
I was like, man,
That's
what's
great.
good? We do it taking 4 days to respond.
I wouldn't even
Like,
take it personal. It's not.
I got you. It's just what you. It's just how you are with it. We'll do some just some questions to kind of to help the audience get to know you a little bit better. Favorite video game, gaming system?
Ooh, definitely a PlayStation guy.
PlayStation?
Got a PS5
Okay.
at home. Recently, I've been a little on my Call of Duty grind.
Okay.
I quit my little story mode games. I was on Uncharted for a minute, but I've been on my Call of Duty.
You mainly just play like shooting games. You play sports games too.
I beat a little bit of 2K here and there.
Okay.
I've been a big fan of 2K recently. Madden here and there. MLB. I got into PGA. That's one that's underrated.
That's a sleeper.
That's
It's a sleeper
right
for
there.
sure. It is.
Definitely
It is.
underrated.
You gotta be careful with 2K, man.
Oh, yeah.
You get in like full blown fights with that
It's
one.
ridiculous.
Yeah. Favorite game day artist? Who you listen to?
Definitely go Gunna. Gunna's definitely a go-to. It just depends on the mood. Sometimes I'll go a little bit like not necessarily rap. I'll go a little bit of Bryson Tiller.
R&B before the
Brad
game?
Fires. Yeah.
Okay.
I'll be either I'm chilling or I'm upbeat. Just it depends on the day.
The coach told me that one time. He was like, man, you got to stop listening to upbeat music because I'll come in and just be too hyped up and be fouling out of games and stuff. And he was like, try listening to R&B. And I thought he was crazy, but it worked.
R&B work. It gets you
a nice little vibe going. Yeah, I got you. Give me your Mount Rushmore point guards, top 40 in all time.
All time, that's tough. Gotta go Curry. Curry's got to be up there.
Steph.
I'm not a big little old school guy. I throw in Steve Nash. I heard a lot of good stuff about Steve Nash. I watched a lot of good stuff about Steve Nash. The rest of them guys is tough. I know Magic is like, you gotta throw Magic in there just because it's Magic. The third one, it's a toss up. Because he's my favorite player, I'm gonna throw Damian Lillard in there.
Okay.
Damian in there.
Okay.
Just because he's my favorite player.
Favorite non-basketball activity?
I hang out with my friends a lot. I'm out the house a lot. Just especially ever since I got my license, I've been on the move. So probably hanging out with my friends, just going to go do stuff with them, get my mind off of basketball.
Got your license, you don't even know what to do now.
Yeah. It's so much freedom coming with a license. It's like I'm a whole different person out of my license.
So what you getting into now that you can move around on your own time a little bit?
We just be hanging out, just going on drives, just spending time together, especially just because coming up my last year of high school, not going to be as close as we want to be and like just for the rest of our lives. So just spending time with them and doing things that we won't be able to do in the future.
Nah, for sure, man. Got to take advantage of that time, right? Absolutely. I get that. Least favorite subject in school?
English, for sure. I hate reading. I don't understand.
You hate reading?
I don't know how to, just like the reading part of literature, I don't understand how people can do that for fun. It's just something I can't.
So you can't, like, just reading a book, period?
No. I don't think I read a book this entire year. Like, I don't think I read a book the whole way through this entire year.
To say,
but I got through English with a good grade, so
that's all that matters.
But I ain't read a book the whole year.
To say that I was any different would be a lie. I wasn't reading books either. Favorite home cooked meal?
That's tough. Both my parents can cook, but I don't know. My mom, she never go wrong with some pasta, any kind of pasta, spaghetti, carbonara, lasagna. My dad, he do more of the like culinary stuff with like meats. So like he'll do some nice burgers, some steaks, but definitely chicken wings.
The
I
wings?
eat chicken wings 24/7, 365 days a week.
They making them?
Yeah.
Who's making the wings?
My dad.
Dad making them?
Yeah.
Flavor, what you got?
Definitely mild lemon pepper.
Mild lemon pepper?
Yeah.
Okay.
Go to.
I got you.
Yeah.
The dry? Wet?
I do a little bit of both. Usually lemon pepper dry.
Okay.
But mild, like wet. Like wet mild.
See that?
Yeah.
Not bad. Not bad. When's the last time you got a haircut?
I had to get a little shape up before I went to Top 100. So probably 2 weeks ago, but cutting this off.
Yeah, I'm talking about that.
Oh, I think I cut an inch off like 2 months ago. But before that, it was like I started growing my hair out in COVID. So probably like 3 years ago.
When I first saw you, it looked like you had been growing it out since COVID.
It's a journey.
Yeah,
but I'm finna cut it off in a little bit. Cut some that. It's getting in the way now. It's too frustrating to have it all on top of my head playing.
I mean, I always kept it low, so I never had that to deal with. But I think the first time I saw you at the beginning of the year, you had like a Vegeta Dragon Ball Z thing going on.
It looked crazy, especially during high school season. I don't really take care of it, so it looked crazy sometimes.
It's hard to maintain that, man. That's a lot of work.
I don't have time to maintain it during the season.
I understand, man. All right, so let's try to get to the basketball a little bit. What age you start playing?
I want to say like 4, real early, especially because Pops used to play overseas. That ball was in my hands when I was out the womb. So probably like 4 or 5, I started actually getting into it. But I played a lot of different sports. So I didn't really officially lock on into basketball until probably like 5th grade, 4th grade. Okay. That's when I dropped all the rest of my sports.
Okay. Your older brother, Andre, another big recruit at the time. How much older is he than you?
I want to say 12 and a half years.
Okay.
Yeah. So we had a pretty good.
So did you get a chance to y'all grow up playing against each other at all? Or was he just too big?
Nah, he was too big. we actually I probably played him one-on-one a couple weeks ago. Definitely beat him.
That don't count now, man.
He's still in his prime. He didn't even reach 30 yet. We can still hoop in the count.
That's true. You was talking too.
Yeah.
I already know.
Yeah, just a little bit. I'm not too crazy with the trash talk though.
Was it more so watching him since he was so much closer in age than you that kind of helped you kind of ignite that in terms of you're wanting to get in the gym, wanting to get better and all that, seeing it firsthand as he was a little closer in age to you? Yeah,
definitely seeing the path he took and just how much dedication it took to get to where he was, especially going to a prestigious school like Harvard. Mm-hmm. That's hard to go to, and especially getting an offer from there is big time. So seeing that and just having something that I wanted to prove just to be my own person and go out and do it myself.
How often are you in the gym working on your game? What's a typical week like for you? Or how often are you really dedicating, to getting sharpening your craft?
Got to be 2 times a day.
Okay.
Most of the time it's 2 times a day. Sometimes I'm more tired. I'll go one real hard one, but a lot of times it's 2. I'll throw in a lift session here and there a couple times a week, but it's morning and afternoon, nighttime. 2 times.
Working on everything, huh?
Yeah. Morning's usually more of a workout and skills, ball screen stuff, and just seeing the floor, and it's just a regular workout. And the afternoon is more getting up shots.
Nah, that's good, man. You got, having a routine, mm-hmm. having going in with a set plan, ideas of things you want to get better at. That's the only way to really improve. And obviously just putting the time in, which it sounds like you're doing. It obviously is showing. Everybody get asked when they come on here, man. Walk me through your first in-game dunk. I need to know everything, all the details.
So it was actually this past season, and we went to Chicago. We had a tournament out there, played one of the top teams out there, and we was dogging them. It was a rough game for them. I got a steal. I was like, okay, this is my time. Cause I've been dunking in practice. I've been dunking everywhere but the game. I at least gotta try it because I had missed one in we had a fall league game a couple months before that, and I missed it in game. All right, I gotta go try it in game. Went up because we was playing in a college arena at University of Illinois Chicago or somewhere up there. Went up, got my whole hand in there. I was like, okay, I'm up here, I'm looking at the backboard, and I'm up here with it. And I dunked it. Everybody on the bench was hype. We had some of my friends were some of the managers on the team. They was all jumping out of their seats.
You took off on one?
Yeah, it was one.
One foot?
I'm more of a 1 foot
guy.
More
1 foot?
Yeah.
Okay. So I was always 2 foot, so I never knew how
I can't. My hands is too small to get a 2 foot dunk.
But that should make it easier off too, because you can put 2 hands on the ball.
I can't get 2 hands up there though.
Oh, you can't get 2 hands
I'm
up
on
there.
one hand.
I got you.
Like trying to punch it.
I got you.
That's why I can never make it too though. I be trying to duck the ball.
So your first in-game dunk just happened.
Yeah.
Man, congratulations, bro. That's a major milestone.
Appreciate it.
I know you was geeked up too.
Oh yeah. I had all my in games. I haven't had an in game yet in Atlanta. All of them are on tournaments with views.
Can't nobody see it.
Nah, but I got the video though.
Of course, y'all got the video now.
The video.
That's good. So all right, so you played at Pace Academy. You know, a few notable alumni there, obviously with like Wendell being there. You know, Matthew Cleveland a little more recently. Just how's that been, man? And obviously you play for you know, a future Hall of Fame level coach and Sharman White. How's that experience been for you?
It's great. Just knowing that you got a target on your back every night, you go out and play, and just knowing that it's teams that will basically want to beat you every time you step on the floor. So it brings another level of competitiveness, and just some you got to go prove yourself. Like the guys you mentioned, those are notable names that have come through that school. Just trying to go out and make a name for myself and potentially be one of those guys that is remembered at Pace.
How's Coach White, you know, influence your game and your development?
Oh, he's made me see the game through a completely different lens. I say before I came, I was more of a self-centered and not really a great teammate before. I didn't really know how to talk. I expressed my emotions in a different way where I didn't know how to really talk to my teammates. But he's really came in and like it gave me a different lens and be able to be like, okay, it's what you're saying, not the way you're saying it. So being able to get my message to my teammates in a way where, okay, it's not like I'm just trying to enforce and just yell at the guys, and just for it to be something that's like, okay, I can take that in, and he's not just getting on me just to get on me.
The way you kind of communicated with your teammates, you feel like that came strictly just out of competitiveness?
Yeah, definitely. It was never really anything personal. I never really had any hatred towards my teammates. It was just the fire and my passion for the game.
It's hard to balance.
Yeah, it's hard to balance, and just expressing it is just tough.
When I was your age, I struggled with the same thing. Like I always wanted to win, and so I'm like grabbing teammates by their just doing all type of stuff, man. But it was never anything personal. I was just, you know, you wanted to win, you competitive, you want to compete. But that lesson he taught you is super valuable, man, because you got different guys who, you know, everybody responds differently to different things. Some of my best friends, we can yell, cuss each other out on the middle of the court. But we built that with each other. You know what I'm saying? Not everybody can withstand it, and we know the guys we can't do that too. So that's a great lesson that he taught you, man. And especially in your position, that's critical to be able to understand how to communicate with each individual player and as a group. You know what I'm saying? That's a big thing to have. When I first saw you playing, I was like, man, he's very, very, very good. Has a lot of things that he does really well. We'll just get started here with your transition stuff a little bit.
Okay.
So there you are on the break. Excellent change of pace, crossover, getting to the lane. Easy layup with the left hand. You're very dangerous in transition. Here you are spacing the floor. Great job attacking the middle. One thing I know you guys talk about and emphasize a lot, playing off two. That's a great job absorbing the contact there. Again, in transition, just taking your time, finding the cracks. That's just a tough finish, bro, with the left. You do a lot of left-hand finishes.
I do. I didn't realize it. Too.
You work on that a lot?
Yeah, it's definitely a point of emphasis. Like my left hand, just being able to finish with both hands around the rim, definitely.
You do it very well. It's impressive to see. Great job. That's just a tough shot. You was feeling it there. So transition. Speaking of your first in-game dunk, you wasn't even trying on that one. Well, we'll run it back though. We'll run it back because the only reason I'm gonna show this again. Tell me why you think I put this on here.
I should have passed it there. Let him go get the dunk.
Exactly.
Especially if I was to go dunk and let him go get the
exactly.
dunk.
For two reasons, right?
I know he was bad at me. I already know it.
Two reasons why. That's the thing. You see the score on there? It's a tie game, fourth quarter. Y'all are at home. You know what I'm saying? This could be a big momentum play. You just get the crowd back into it, and you guys can take that momentum and continue to go. The second thing is, got to keep your big guys happy, man. You know what I'm saying? They run the floor. They do that now. They're more likely to set screens for you, more likely to talk and call out screens so you're not getting blasted on screens on defense, that type of thing. Great job to right here, just getting to the middle of the lane. You got an excellent floater as well. Shot it off too. I really like this play because you anticipate the defense right there out of the zone. Catch it right down. That's a nice baseline floater. Excellent job. I think probably one of the things that really separates you from a lot of other guards, especially other guards your size, is your ability to really lock down and play defense. Where did that mentality come from?
Just a lot of, especially hearing a lot of people harp on it, just like small guards, you got to be able to play defense because it's something that would, like you said, it would make you stand out. And it's another thing that college coaches like to see is when smaller guys can pick up guys 94 feet and just being able to be a pest on the ball. You got to be a pest on the ball, especially being smaller.
That's absolutely, and that's exactly what you are. Switching to changing, staying in front, contesting very well. Right here, picking up a little bit earlier, being physical with the ball handler. Taking the contact, forcing another turnover. That's excellent. Here, I want to ask you about this one because I wonder if you're like me, do you take it personal when a bigger player tries to post you?
Yeah, because it's like, okay, like he's trying to make it seem like I'm little. Like,
right.
My little bro. Like that's disrespectful.
You get offended by that, right? And you take that challenge personally. And I've seen you do it a lot. Here's an example of it. Take the contact, absorb it, get the strip. That's an excellent job there. One quick thing. This is a good job, good ball pressure. Way to stay here. Now, the only thing about this, got to close that side. You know what I'm saying? Especially when you start playing better players.
Yeah.
They're taking that space up and they're making a play or they're making that shot, right? So just and I don't know if he really communicated well with you on that, but feel for the screens, try to talk, try to make sure that you're always in that right position. You know what I'm saying? Stuff that you know. You know what I'm saying? But here you now, getting to you in the pick and roll a little bit. You're a phenomenal pick and roll player as well. That's just a tough snatch back, step back three. Excellent job right there. Similar play here, coming down, getting downhill. We emphasize how you guys talk about playing off two a lot. There's another reason why. It's an excellent turnaround fade. I want you to talk me through this play here because you do a good job of reading and being patient. So what are you, when you're coming off of this, what are you looking at? How are you scanning the floor?
I'm definitely looking at the big, seeing how the big is playing the ball screen is pretty much going to determine any read you got.
So what'd you see here?
Here, was he in drop coverage? Can you play it?
Yeah.
I think he was in drop coverage. Yep. So seeing him in drop coverage and knowing that he has a responsibility on taking the roll man and he's not going to completely commit, I was like, okay, I got a full lane. And then if that corner guy helps, I got a kick. So just to get as
here
on the opposite
end, yeah.
On ball side when I take the drop.
No, that's good. And you read it very well. One thing I like is you did a good job of just kind of hesitating and changing your pace, letting the play develop. Some guys try to rush it a little bit and they really kind of take themselves out of the play. Yeah. Did a good job of staying patient. Another left-hand finish, which, you just seem to be very comfortable with. Here is good. It's a very good patient play. Wait for the rescreen. That's a nice pull-up three right there out of that. Low shot clock play. Now, some of these right here, we got to do better on these. And these are small things, but they come to big things. And a lot of it is just you just being focused, right? Yeah. So here you come off, teams pressing. It's not a great press, not a great trap. 9 times out of 10, this dude right here is going to jump, right? Yeah. So ball fake, get out of the trap, you know what I'm saying? And in bigger games, can't afford those, right? Mm-hmm. Right here, taking the ball out of bounds, lackadaisical. Now, he should have came back to it, but can't afford those, right? And then here, tell me why.
Tell me why I shot it?
Yeah.
Seen his hand down.
Seen his hand down?
Yeah, but that's not a momentum. That's a bad one.
How much time is on the shot clock?
21 seconds.
Okay. So 2 of the major things that you're responsible for as a PG, one being is controlling tempo. Obviously, like being able to control tempo on both sides of the ball, slow the game down, speed it up, have your entire, thumbprint on the game.
Yeah. The
second thing is you're directly responsible for trying to get the best shot each and every time down the floor. With 21 seconds, we can get that shot at any time, right? You know what I'm saying? Now, yes, his hand was down. I'm not saying you can't necessarily make this shot, But he didn't force you to do that.
Yeah.
You got plenty of time, and you know, being the most talented guy on the floor, you got a responsibility of using that to make the game easier for everybody and yourself. You know what I'm saying? That's a difficult shot that you didn't have to do with 21 seconds. Now, 5 seconds, cool, we'll take that. You know what I mean? But that's a totally different, and that's just a shot that, again, you can make, but nobody forced you to take it, right? So here, unfortunately, this was y'all's last game of the season. State playoffs. Now that you've had some time to digest it, man, how you feel about it? What's your thoughts?
I feel like we definitely should have came out harder. I feel like we came out, we dug ourselves in a hole deep and early, right?
Y'all did. I was at the game, and y'all did dig yourselves in a hole a little bit.
I feel like we came out thinking they were gonna lay their head down, just because knowing that it's a high anticipated matchup. And this is like the state championship game. Before the state championship game,
Definitely,
it's gonna be a lot of people there, and they wasn't gonna come out as hard as they came out. We took the punch. We never really fought back. We tried to come back, but it wasn't really enough.
It was packed in there, man. It was a great atmosphere for sure. You know, and personally, I thought you played well. I think there are some just small things that, you know, obviously we can always talk about, but you know, we'll get into it here. So come on the ball screen. That's the job of just being patient, waiting on him to set that second screen or the rescreen. Good job pulling the three right there. Excellent shot. Here, do a good job of spacing, and then you get downhill. That's a great pass right there. Finding your guy in the dunker spot right there. Good drop off. Now in this one, we just saw the drop off play, and this is not easy, right? This is a difficult, very in the moment play. You know what I'm saying? It's hard to kind of make these split second decisions.
Mm-hmm.
But let's look at this one right here. Now, you're real comfortable with the left hand. You pick the ball up around the free throw line, so he knows you're either going to shoot it or pass it, right?
Mm-hmm.
So he comes, commits to you there. What else do you see there?
The drop off.
Had to drop, right?
Yeah.
And again, you're comfortable with the left. You can make that shot, but we got something real easy right here that we can get, especially when you guys are trying to climb back into the game, finding those easier shots are the ones you want to rely on, not a high degree of difficulty shot. It's hard to climb back in a game like that.
Yeah.
Now here, well, I'll play it and then I want you to tell me. So what else do you think you could have done right here?
Just hit him as soon as he lifted in the corner.
Mm-hmm. Because it's hard, and you're responsible for creating a lot of your team's offense, but you've also got to be able to take what the defense gives you. You know what I'm saying? Don't fight it. Now, again, even if this guy that's in the corner, your teammate, even if he doesn't shoot this ball, you almost got 3 bodies above the free throw line. So even if he attacks, y'all got a major advantage going downhill. You can kick the ball out. You can get the defense behind the ball. So there's a lot of options there.
Okay.
But when you kind of over dribble here, you stay and you're playing right into their hands. Yeah. He jumped it. You know what I'm saying? That's a turnover that you didn't need to have, right? Similar situation here. A lot of pressure. Get off the ball screen. Hesitate, come back. It's a lot of bodies you just drove into, right?
Yeah.
So instead of doing that, what I would like to see, good job hesitating here. Attack here. Because now if you attack here, look at the spacing that you have. You got the roll man here. This guy in the corner is responsible for that roll man. So you got the lift here as well. The guy, your shooter in the corner. But coming two-timing it and coming back to the defense, you play right into their hands, right? You know what I'm saying? So knowing and finding like the different angles and different areas to attack, you'll continue to get better at it. But those plays right there are the ones where like are easily avoidable and it saves possessions for your team. Now you guys struggled with this a lot this game, and it was very confusing. You're doing a good job of, you know, trying to pressure the ball, right, after the score. But the problem is your first thought,
gotta be the basket.
You're the safety essentially in the defense at this point. So you have to understand, like, okay, like I got 4 guys below the free throw line. I'm the last man in defense. I'm responsible for the court balance right now. The pressure is excellent. That's what you want to do. You want to go in, cause havoc, try to speed up the tempo, but you can't do it without taking that check first. And you guys gave up a ton of plays like this game. And I wasn't really sure as to why, but that's something where like if you're in the game and you're noticing that, you got to make a check and you got to kind of call everybody back and be like, hey, we have to fix the court balance first. It's those little things that are going to allow you to not only not get down, but, you know what I'm saying, climb back in the game. Because if you're not beating yourselves, you're forcing them to beat you. You do so much well. I just wanted to kind of talk to you about a few of those points. You know, I'm always a big fan of guards, man, and you got a lot of skill, a lot of talent like we saw. So continue to keep working like that as well.
I appreciate it.
Transition a little bit now. We talked about your brother. You mentioned your dad playing, but I didn't realize this until I kind of started, diving into your background a little bit. But like real family of hoopers, huh?
Yeah, the whole family, all parents, my little brother, he played a little bit. My older brother played Division I. So.
Nah, it's nice, man. So describe everybody's game for me.
My older brother, he was more of a like athletic wing shooter, definitely a real good spot up shooter. My pops, he was more of one of those like bigger guards, broad shoulder, that use his body, get into his spots.
He was on the Chauncey Billups type.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
2 feet, definitely could shoot too.
Okay.
I definitely got my jump from both my parents. My mom, I didn't really see much of my mom, but I've heard a lot. She was more like a point forward. She could really shoot. Basically, the way she describes me, she could do it all on the floor. From what I've heard.
But you ain't seen no clips or nothing?
Any clips, but I believe I've seen the accolades. I've seen the accolades. Accolades talk behind this stuff.
For sure.
Yeah,
For sure. That's a major advantage, right? Just growing up, being able to pick, a lot of older people too. And you also had a unique advantage of having your little brother to now you can filter it back to him, everything that's been passed down. Yeah.
Get a lot of good information and good advice from both of them and my older brother.
So who bad game played terrible? You going to mom, you going to dad?
It's tough love either way. But my dad, he's gonna give it to you the way you don't want to hear it. It's gonna be some real stuff that you need to hear. My mom, she gonna sugarcoat it a little bit, but it's still gonna be that tough love that you need. So probably more so my dad. My dad, he'll give me that stuff I need. It will give me that motivation to get myself back in the gym.
Yeah. Nah, that's good, bro. That's good. Having different ways to get the same concept, same information is key, always. It's been a big summer for you. You know what I'm saying? Big summer. Been seeing you, been picking up some offers, been playing really well. You just got back from NBA Top 100 camp, man. How was that experience?
It was great. It was playing against high-level competition and just knowing that I can compete on the same level as those guys was a real big eye-opener for me, because believing it in myself, but going out there and being able to prove it to other people that are able to see it was really important to me. And just getting a lot of good messages from the NBA guys that were out there and picking up stuff that they were preaching upon us.
Good.
Really good.
Who was your team's coach?
My coach was Mike Muscala, but he wasn't really, he taught us some stuff, but it was more the little, like, they had mentor talks in between games, in between game sessions. They had Iguodala came up there and talked to us. Eddie Curry was up there, Derek Anderson, a lot of guys that a lot of people won't really know, but it was really good information they were giving us.
If you had to take one thing, the biggest thing that stood out from all these, high-level players, NBA players with a lot of experience, was probably one of the biggest things, the biggest takeaways you had personally?
Definitely believing in yourself. No matter a lot of them preached upon, no matter how rough or how difficult the path may seem to get where you want to go, just to stick with it and go through all the highs and the lows. Just keep going and mainly having belief in yourself was probably the big thing. That was something that basically all of them had something to say about. It was really important. Yeah,
when you talk to people that played, and obviously you have a family of hoopers that played, and so you've seen it firsthand. Like you're gonna go through highs and lows with the game, right?
Yeah.
But just being able to stay centered and stay focused and stay really, in a sense, tunnel vision on where you're trying to get to.
Yeah.
Is always key, man. It's gonna be key, not only in basketball but even outside the game, right? Like those are important lessons to have. But that's it, man. I mean, I appreciate you coming on. The only thing I definitely want to leave you with, man, is just take care of that ball. You know what I'm saying? As a PG, like, that's your number one priority. You know what I'm saying? Being able to take care of the ball, get good possessions. And you do a great job of it. But we can always get better, right? You know what I'm saying? So other than that, man, that's it, bro. I appreciate you coming on.
Really appreciate it. It was a great opportunity. I appreciate it.
Absolutely, dog. Absolutely.